Right, so oh jolly good. I've got a dangerous independence faction. Woohoo. Right.
So your current kind of plan is to get the Kingdom of Norway, but you need more money mostly?
Well, first I need to conquer some territory.
Well, yes, but you were thinking that the money was actually going to be the harder thing to achieve, as I recall.
Well, yes. Right, let's try and improve opinion and try and get my spy master scheming to do something about my faction. Right. So I think a lot of this would get a bit better if I hadn't just defeated most of them.
Yes.
And
Oh, Ben, I've got supervisions tomorrow if you want to house that monitor somewhere. Or if not, I can put it on the floor.
right, well, I'm giving out honorary titles to people in this faction in the hope that this will cheer them up a bit.
I mean, you can hurl money at them, but that might.
I don't actually have any money.
Yeah, but they probably don't have much money either, so they may be quite cheap to bribe. I mean, obviously, honorary titles are even cheaper, so.
Well, Gift of 15 gets his opinion up by 18. That's terrible. I'm not going to do that.
Think so they're cheap, but in this case, he is the kind of person whom you can't bribe, so yes.
Let's try offering him a concubine.
Do you have a spare concubine lying around?
I'll make it prickly.
No.
Let's actually maybe offer the leader of this thing a concubine, because then he might piss off. So the question is, dare I go to war with that large an independence faction? Or rather, dare I go to war with anyone else with that large an independence faction?
I'd be reluctant to. I would suggest seeing if you can work out see if you can find more places to raid.
Okay.
On the grounds that that puts you in a less delicate situation. And gives you money you can hurl at them. I mean, there are probably some of them who are greedy and thus will get much bigger opinion boosts from having gifts. And I'm not sure, but this is my feeling of what that in the middle of a major war is a very delicate time.
Very bad time to have a rebellion. Yes.
I suppose the exception is if you can afford an adequate number of tribal armies. I can't see, but I think you've got 4 digits in your...
I can currently afford 2 of them.
Yeah, so maybe...
Right. Okay, well...
As in, maybe... so one problem is...
It's too late. They're trying to declare independence. So
right. I think you now raise a tribal army and flatten them. And then maybe declare war with the spare tribal army you've got lying around.
It's true.
Which will conveniently be over in Norway where you need it, rather than having to be summoned all the way from Iceland.
It's true. Right.
Of course, if each of them can raise a tribal army, you may be in trouble.
Well, their leader can't. Right, none of them can directly.
I mean, whether they will is another matter, but...
Yeah. No, okay. Right, let's raise a tribal army. Which loses me 500 prestige, but... Right, so ships is... Right. States. Hang on. Right, I'm going to try not raising all of my troops. I will just raise enough to... Well, basically, the ones that I happen to have raised already, and the tribal army, which will give me 3,000 troops, which should be plenty. And...
Well, it depends a bit on how many tribal armies they raise, but like...
It looks like they can't raise any.
Alright.
And I shall call... I shall call my ally in Mazovia in. Let's glue you lot together. Come on, sail faster. And I've even got a bit that stayed loyal to me, so... Oh, hang on. Let's actually just go to the sea area. And check that they don't have any people in there. Before, and this is important, I can probably strip the leader of his title.
I can't remember properly. Actually, you may not be allowed title revocations at all. You two have too little crown authority,
It's possible. I'll find out.
or rather tribal authority.
Right, now the important thing is I must remember not to cancel the war until I've declared war on other people. Okay, so apparently I've got a maintenance-free group who've volunteered for fighting in this because everybody loves a fight.
Everyone does molten borons.
Someone.
I'm not sure that Vikings are huge fans of fighting.
I don't think they know how to melt boron yet. Of course, they don't even know what boron is as such. And to be fair, since also there wasn't the massive boron age, I'm assuming that it was a lot less interesting than iron. You're looking at me.
I wondered if you made a pun about the boron age being rather boring, but no.
Well, kind of. Aha, I now know of the existence of Constantinople. Excellent. Right, my spy master's buggered off to Constantinople. Unfortunately, he's shit, so he's probably going to die in Constantinople, but whatever. What is, what is. What will be, will be. Right. Well, I've besieged one holding, which has taken me up to a stunning 47%. Looks like I'm going to have won this before I get my loyal band of stoats to disband. Oh, there's a 1,000-strong army, which is everybody allied together. Well, where are you going? This one might prove slightly tough. 1,500 troops. Well, here come my allies there. Actually, let's not do that. And how very wise I was. Not together. Do I have anybody else? Yes, I have Helgi, who is actually vaguely competent. Right, come on, finish besieging. Right there. Excellent. I have my allies with me. Right. My big problem is that my tribal army is quite expensive. It's also move you guys there. Dismiss you, because ships are very expensive too. But then, once I have raised the tribal army, it is definitely worth keeping it raised and attacking people with it. Iceland Independence War. Oh right, our enemy has snuffed it. Ah, right, I mustn't pause.
Oh.
My troops haven't disappeared yet.
No, even though you are temporarily not at war, but maybe if you can manage to be back at the war before the end of the day, that will be good enough.
Yes. Hang on, I'm going to have to split my army and dismiss my levies.
Yes.
Which I can't do.
Well, can you just directly dismiss your levies from the armies? Maybe?
Military, army levies. Yes.
You may have lost some in the process, but I think that's worth it.
Yes. It's okay. Going to declare war on someone else. I wanted to declare war on both of them at once, but
wasn't that a more general problem? Well, carry on. We'll find out in a moment.
No.
Okay, right.
it wasn't a general problem. It was a specific problem. Right.
Right, now as soon as you've left his territory, you can declare war on him as well.
Yup.
I mean, you can raise some levies, but
Well,
you may not need to.
I probably won't need to. Actually, well, let's... Since I have to do them sequentially now, let's do this one, and then just before I finish that war, I declare war on this lot. Yeah, he's utterly wet in a weed. He is also utterly wet in a weed. Perhaps I should put them on some ships, but unfortunately my ships are in Iceland.
Yes. I think you may just have some tedious hiking across Norway to do.
Yeah. And they sent my ships away because they're expensive.
Can you ford a fjord?
Usually not.
Not.
They're quite deep.
Also quite steep-sided, usually. Cliffs is...
The steep sides carry on under the water.
Yes.
There are drowned valleys like in the south.
I mean... Although fjord is exactly the same word as firth, so...
It's Firth.
Yeah.
Well, exactly the
Firths
same
tend to be a
word.
bit flatter.
Yeah, but that's just because of the topography of Scotland.
They're clearly different words. They don't mean
They're
different
really
things.
not different words.
One
They
is
have
spelt
exactly
Firth,
the
and
same...
one is spelt fjord.
They come from exactly the same root.
Yes,
Firth
but they're
is...
different words.
They are now.
There is an argument that since fjords mean the things you find in Norway, which are steep-sided and deep, and Firth is the thing you find in Scotland, which are generally big and
Firth
flat and
is
wide.
Firth is what the word fjord evolved into. Once you applied...
But I think speciation has occurred, and they are now two separate
I'm not really
ones.
sure that speciation has occurred.
Pedantry has occurred. Not the same word.
Excuse me, which one of us has actually studied any
Which one of us
linguistics?
could have got a different second letter? They're not the same word.
Yes, but by that argument, the British and American spellings of colour are different words.
Yes.
Well, you're just wrong then.
Yeah, one's got a U and one hasn't.
Well, obviously color isn't a word.
That is also true.
Alright, yes, anyway, they're sodding off.
Yeah. In that red place, Samp, whatever it's called, there's an accent on the A. And is the A accent the same height as the other things? The A is too short.
Not quite, no. It's neither.
It's-
Neither is the A the same height, nor is the entire bounding box the same
Surely
height.
that's wrong. In one way or another.
It's not quite as horrible as Svithjord, which...
I think apart from the terrible collision between the O and the D,
And the
And
big
between-
space between the thorn and the
thorn
J.
and the J.
And the thought
And
appears
also-
to be on an island and therefore lose part of its letter.
It's got a coat of arms over the top.
Right.
Also the J... If you're going to have the J descend like that, you should really have the thorn descend like that a bit as well.
Ooh.
I think in modern typography, thorn is just an ordinary uppercase letter.
Mm.
But I could be wrong.
Thorn Ned's back.
Yeah, it would make English spelling so much easier.
You can have thick and thin and this and that, for example. It's just confusing. At least each pair is the same. It's not like thick and thin, or this and that, this and that. Thin,
Tissa. Thata.
Stutta. Botta.
Getting rid of win was a good idea, though. Because we have a perfectly cromulent W for that, and you can't confuse it with P. Win.
What's that?
It's an old-fashioned... looks like a P when written down.
I know, I mean, Evan and Vaughan are the and third. What is this letter?
That's what I'm struggling to remember, because it's more common in Middle English.
Careful.
Oh yes, good point, well made. Excuse me, I need to declare war on you. Hello, it was nice knowing you. Subjugation. Right. Now release an otter with a little note. It said, nice knowing you.
Hello, Iceland was here.
Yes. Right.
Sorry, Army, you've got to march the length.
Let's do it again. It'll be
Because
fine.
of the rules.
It's the rules. Right. Alright, my meta plan, insofar as I have one, is to go, I'm quite old. What I probably want to do is go raiding to try and get some money
Whoa.
for people. Let's actually just look at my factions. I do still have an independence faction, but they're just not that good. Not least because I just kicked them quite hard.
So, of course, the problem your successor has is he probably comes to the throne without 500 prestige.
Yes. What I could do is give my heir a county.
Well, at least the topped up some
Prestige.
So what's his current situation? So he currently has 124 prestige. Okay, it's not bad then.
He does get a small amount for existing for his diplomacy.
But
I
he's
think I
got-
should give. I'm going to pause. I should give him a. I should give him a landed title.
Ooh.
What? Why can't I give him Tyrconnell?
Maybe something complicated to do with Cavalcade.
Possibly. Alright, well, let's give him. Let's give him Nordland.
Northland.
Oh, yeah, Northland, yeah.
Northland being on the other side of the North Sea.
They're still the same. Right. Right. So anyway, that should give him some prestige ticking over. Ooh, technology. Have we discovered any technology yet?
I wonder if landage was a word. It's apparently not a word. But I searched for landage definition, and the first hit gave the definition of the word nautical, which is really not what I wanted for landage. Seaage. States, I say, didn't it? States.
Let's. Right. There you sit there with a pathetic 1,000 strong army. Two of my wings are pathetic, but fortunately most of my people are in fact led by the guy that's not completely incompetent, and now we just have to sit here and besiege for a bit. Yes, anyway, my plan is to accrue some money to bequeath to my heir. And if I can accrue enough money, which seems unlikely, then I'll look to try and go to war with Viken to try and get the Kingdom of Norway. But ideally, I'd actually like to do that war as a younger person, so that I create the duchy to get, or create a duchy to get a claim on a single county, which will allow me to take the target area very quickly. Okay, let's pause. Let's just check that Viken is in a terrible shoddy mess right now.
Your fifth odd thing is the same colour as the sea.
Although it turns out Viken is in fact a total shoddy mess right now.
Right, you will need slightly more than the tribal army to do this.
Yeah, but none of my levies are raised right now.
Yes.
I haven't invited any of my allies to war. I mean, she does have a lot of allies.
Well, levies were raised,
yes,
you
so,
wouldn't have
yes, so
tribal
remember
vassals.
she's got all of her vassals, which probably give her a pretty decent boost.
So that's 3,000, 3,500, 4,000 being a bit generous. Probably still 4,000.
Of course, if you raised your levies, you wouldn't have need for the fields.
4,500 shush, I'm doing maths.
Oh, so am I.
5,000. $6,500. About 6,500.
Probably they won't all join the war, but
And probably they won't all join the war. So I've got 1,100, so that's I reckon it might be our best chance.
yes, it's going to be tight.
It's going to be tight, but I've got a vassal levy in reserve. A tribal vassal, one of those in reserve.
True, but I think you can only have one tribal army raised at a time, so you can only bring that into existence by dismissing your existing one. But of course, that means your existing one can be reduced to 0, and then you can say, "Oh look, I've got another 2,500 troops here."
Yeah. Or even if it's reduced down to like 500 or 300 or something, then.
So have you got no non-vassal allies now?
Me pacts.
Right, no.
No.
You could just check that no one with whom you have a non-aggression pact would go up to an alliance. They're a bit short on money, so you probably don't want to have them catch up. They're all fairly close, mind. Chief of Hand.
Not that close.
So you might be able to get them with 15 gold for the small ones,
But I've only got 39 gold and
yeah,
I'll be
you've only
burning
got
through
39
money
gold total.
like anybody's business. Trixie. Well, hang on, let's...
I mean, it feels like this is probably... So the big problem is going to be holding it all together. So she's got 1,500 event spawn troops as well, interesting. So is she at war with someone at the moment?
Yes.
Right, interesting. So
She's...
she is going to win that. May I propose waiting for her to win that war?
Why
Because then her
wouldn't-
event spawn, if her event spawn troops are a tribal army, they will then vanish. And she'll be
Ooh.
1,500 troops the poorer.
And she's not going to get like 400 prestige for
I
that.
don't think so. She's invading Gloucester, which is like not surely that good.
And I'm not going to resolve this war until... Right, you're my daughter. Can we arrange a betrothal for you while we wait?
So the slight problem is that I think your tribal army is costing you money.
Yes, but I think dismissing it would be even worse.
Yeah, I think it's a reasonable approach to keep it around for a bit, and see if she finishes her war before you stop being able to fund it. Before you start being low enough on money that you won't be able to keep it around for the whole length of the war.
I'm not going to worry about a matrilineal marriage. I'm going to worry about whether I can potentially make a useful alliance. Okay. Varangian Guard. Blah blah blah. Norse warriors. You formed the Varangian Guard, isn't that nice?
I have no idea, is it?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Varangian Guard is historically very important. Excellent. Excuse me. Would you like to form an alliance with me? Yes! Excellent. Brilliant. You're going to have some goddamn war, aren't you? You're going to come try and besiege somewhere. Okay. Anyway, how's Viken doing at their war? Right.
So war score now.
82%.
Again, 3.
What I'll also do is keep an eye on her event-spawn troops if they get low enough as well. We can...
Yeah, because I mean there is some advantage to going to war against her
now.
while she's busy with another war.
Yes. Right, let's accept that you want me to send some people somewhere.
I mean, since you've got over 500 prestige, you can join in other people's wars with your convenient event troops.
It's true. Anyway, I need to join in my own war. I think I'm going to declare war on her.
Okay.
Because otherwise... No, actually, let's not do that. Nope, declare war on Viken. Because I think this is a good chance. Let's go for subjugation. Right, you get to go. Oh no, I don't need to do that. I can release an otter. Right, I have subjugated the thing. Right. Right, you lot. Straight into Beacon. Pause while I raise like everybody else. Actually, where's where? Do you have any ships yet? No. Heaven forbid you should have anything as useful as a ship. Okay. Nope, that's not what I want. That's the one I want. Now I just have to deal with the problem that most of these people don't have ships. So
You mean all your Irish vassals? You've got one of those?
all one of them.
Oh, right.
No, my Irish vassal's fine, I can send them a ship. Oh, no, they've got a ship. Excellent. So they're on a ship. They're coming to West Iceland.
Which may not be very helpful.
Well, let's at least wait for them to get there in the hope that I can... Okay,
Oh, that's good.
that's fine.
Your huge army is busy going around. Indeed, I think for as long as they've got little armies of 300 kicking around there, you want that 2,500 to be going splat, 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 splat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I see no reason not to continue going in that direction. Right, anyway, so glue you lot together, insert you on a ship. Wave sadly at the useless stoats that are sitting there.
Well, they might work out that you want them on a ship too now, and go back home and get a ship.
It's true. Right.
It's the general thing. That the only way you have of communicating with your allies is by doing things with your own troops, and they go, "Oh yes, that'll be a good plan."
Over there looks nice.
So now, I suspect they will be heading home, finding a ship, and following it.
We can only hope. Right. Anyway, you get dismissed because ships are expensive.
Right, your large army is stationary. You should probably send it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not quite sure where, because that 1900 is a kind of alarming number.
It's only hills though. So I think we should say hello to the hills. And
Ooh,
I think we should probably in fact head you up there. Excuse me. I'm just going to zoom in a bit so I can actually click on my army and find out what is happening. Right. So this is the important war. That one there.
Which one, sorry?
This one on the right.
Okay, so your army is idle again. Theirs are mostly fleeing, but they're fleeing northwards.
No, I think my allies are fleeing.
Your allies are fleeing from there, so yes, you might want to move into there, and unless so is
Everyone seems to be going to.
right. Okay, I think you want to meet them there, then, probably.
Probably it's mountains. Well, we'll see. Let's out a bit. So I can, whoop, that's the wrong way.
Right. So you've got your next batch of troops arriving south.
What I might do is
Um,
get this lot together in Viken's capital,
where are those 453 allies looking for?
Romarike. They're going to there. They're going to its capital,
Right, okay, so that will accumulate you a medium-sized army there.
and then I think I send that lot. It is mountainous, but
Yeah, the numbers there don't make me happy. You're lucky the 453 will change its mind and head over to help you.
yeah. But I think if I go and attack them, I've got about twice as many people.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a close thing.
I think I go there, I attack them, I then come south to gather everyone in
Yes.
one place.
The problem is you might not win that battle. I think you stand a reasonable chance of doing so, but it's kind of a bit delicate.
But I don't really know what they're doing. Let's just turn that down a little bit.
Looking good. I know flank advantage is helping them a lot, but
Yes.
I don't think it will save them. Good job they didn't flank on the other side.
Yes.
Now the important thing.
Hmm?
The confused army is about to arrive, I think.
Useless buggers.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now.
So now, can you do anything useful against those 16?
No.
I haven't really got enough for that yet. I think you get everyone together. And then
Or what I do is
or you sit still there.
I sit
and
still
bring your
there.
Other troops up to meet them.
Well, what I try and do is besiege both places, see who blinks first. Because I don't really want to bring these troops down here,
Yes.
and they've also started a siege, so though they're not very far advanced. Maybe.
Well, but I mean, I think I don't know.
Okay, so
I don't know. The only thing you might reasonably do is try to squish the little red armies up north, but I don't think you can get there fast enough. So yeah. Well, oh yes, you've got a bunch of allies all the way up at the very top edge of the map.
yes.
But I don't think they can do very much.
Well, not until this lot try and come south to attack me.
Yes. Okay, where's that 500 fleeing to?
I think it's fled there.
You've got that
right.
lot down there as well. You want squashing.
Right, so they're going to Vestfold, which is there.
Is that a flat enough place that's going to work?
It's hills.
Get yourself some good commanding in that army. Also, their army has fairly low morale, so that's...
Yeah, because they've just been kicked quite hard.
you to get defensive advantage there as well.
Well, that's nice.
So a large army can now move.
Yeah. So I think I try and move to keep them in mountains. And this lot I now move up to meet them. Let's just check. So I still have the vast majority of my event spawn troops, which is useful to know. Am I going to run into them in there on the way past? What's happening there?
Dangerous.
It is a bit dangerous. I didn't anticipate that.
I think it will be fine.
Looks okay. Ish, maybe.
Well, they haven't got a narrow flank, so.
Yes. We're now besieging somewhere. Right. Takes such a long time to get anywhere in Norway. Right. I can, however, glue my army back together again. My nephew, right, you're now my new Chancellor. That's not what I want. Right, let's get to you improving diplomatic relations. And you're a less shit Chancellor, so there's actually a reasonable chance that you will do this rather than accidentally annoying people. This is starting to look reasonable, provided.
You've got another 179 troops over in Ireland.
Oh God, yes, I forgot I sent them on the ferry. Or rather, I sent the ferry, but I hadn't actually, put them on it. They'll be gone from there by the time that lot come. Right, what are we doing? We're still besieging somewhere.
They invited to join the Illuminati.
Oh, that's nice.
I wonder if you want to give that little army a quick thrashing if they get their friends back, or do you think their friends are going to turn up too soon?
I think.
Their friends are going to turn up too soon.
I think.
Ooh,
No.
So the
Mm,
problem is that then, I mean, what? So is that mountains?
yeah.
Don't really want to be taking both of them on in mountains, and they're presumably going to converge there as soon as they.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And they get defensive advantage because one of them would get there first.
Yeah.
Run away! It says brave, 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 Sir Robin. Oh, right there, your movement locked. Let's not do that. That would be silly.
So on the other hand, if they are moving into that area, then you might just go in after them. No, not that way. I think there may be a mountain on the wall.
Yeah. Anyway, let's send them round the mountain. Let's disband the ship. Get on with a little light besieging.
It might be a... do you want to move into that hex to the north of you? And is there,
Probably.
the question is, will their reinforcements arrive too soon?
Yeah, but if I don't, they'll besiege it back.
Yeah.
And they've got to get across. They're not even movement locked. They've got to get across 2 counties.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, well, you know, I might run out of money first. Although it doesn't explicitly say that I have to have enough money to pay my tribal army.
I think this will work. I think even if the opposition arrive, you will have depleted this lot hard enough that they won't do much good. And they won't arrive in time. Rather, how long it takes to march across
It's
Norway.
Norway. Yep. Hurrah.
Look, they're probably going to turn up just after this battle ends.
Fingers crossed. What was also occurred?
Oh, curses, they didn't manage to get movement locked in time.
No.
Oh, okay, they're not
They-
movement locked, but they're still coming. Right.
Right, let's also see if I can ransom some prisoners. Or a prisoner.
So that reduces your war score, but gets you a lot of money
Yes.
by the standards of your current position. Incidentally, you can now afford 2 tribal armies in succession if you need them.
Hooray.
But the problem is, they'll turn up in Iceland.
Excellent. Now I have to ship them over. Okay, that didn't lose me any war score. That's
Maybe
nice.
it was someone you've got from a previous...
It's possible. Oh look, they've attacked us again. Haha, this time I have defensive advantage. Ooh, I've got 2 narrow flanks. Well, that's nice.
Quite like to get them up with the others. Oh, most of the enemy
Everyone-
armies around here are fleeing.
Fleeing or coming down the other side. So that should be okay. Right. And in fact, we can probably converge here.
Safe.
So we have 31% more score. We could
So
really
any of it for holding prisoners.
No. Aha, right. Tricksy conferences, I'll have to think about this.
Raising another tribal army, of course, teleports 2,500 troops back to Iceland.
Yeah, but
You
it
might not
probably,
want to do that too soon, but...
because it'll teleport them on top of here.
Yes.
They'll arrive fully charged though, won't they?
I think so.
I think they arrive full of morale.
I mean, yes, it may be worth doing what you can over in Beacon first.
Yeah, and I've still got 1,700 troops there. So let's what we can of course do is, because the majority of my troops are thingy, is recklessly assault places.
Also, right, that's very soft place to reckless assault.
Yep. Well, it's not very reckless. What I should also basically what I want to do is wait till that's nearly done. That siege is nearly done, and then raise the army on top of them. Is my plan. I don't think that's a problem, because that means I get maximum use out of my tribal army, assuming I can't have two raised at the same time.
I believe that my memory is from having done this that when you raise one, it automatically dismisses the existing one.
Yeah.
I think either that or you have to dismiss it by hand and then raise it. But
Right.
I believe that indeed, if you go to the intrigue panel,
I went to the intrigue panel and looked, it didn't say.
Right, okay.
Or if it did, I was looking in the wrong place.
Well, must not have a tribal army raised at the moment for the precondition?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it's possible that it won't evaporate the existing one. And actually, it's possible I'm confusing it with the honour guard.
It's possible, because honour guards, you can only
You can only have one.
there can only be one.
But maybe
So it's
that
like
you
that.
could just go, oh, I'll have another 2,500 troops, please.
Yes. Probably can't stand the expense, but you know. Right. Go to that. Okay. Oh, I captured someone. Right. Intrigue. Oh, I can't ransom him. Bugger. Very disappointing. Right. Anyway, can we... My plan is to assault this place, walk up here and kick that lot.
Well, maybe sit still for a bit.
Yes.
It's someone who's planning to come and attack you, I think. Possibly several people are planning to come and attack you. I'm terribly confused and they're actually going round to the neighbouring province. There we go. Spot.
Yep.
That was foolish.
Yep. Anyway, getting close to the point where I should raise my army. But ideally, I'd like them to go and evict that lot first. But we will see. Because that will lose me quite a lot of people.
If they evaporate, which
If they
I'm no
evaporate.
longer sure they do.
Which they might do. But
Because I'm not sure I've ever been quite that rich.
right, okay.
Okay.
Pause. Let's raise a tribal army. Right, so let's do some checking. So I currently have 1,500 event-spawn troops. Let's raise a tribal army. I now have 4,000 event-spawn troops. Okay, right.
You
My
can
only
technically
problem.
afford another one if you really, really need it, but that will leave you in a delicate situation. And frankly,
Yes.
you're going to be in a pretty delicate
Delicate
situation if
situation.
you win this war.
Yes.
Anyway.
My problem is then going to be holding it together long enough to be able to become king. Frankly, this is going to be a problem. Right. Now what's happening over here? They're running away. Our holding in thingy is under siege. Well, okay. Fine. I'll just go on a circuitous route to say hello to them then. My allies are probably going, why the fuck didn't he come to our war? But frankly, that's their problem. Oh dear.
I've been in that situation where I've gone, hey, I've got an alliance with the Byzantine Emperor. Let's call him into this war. He didn't turn up, probably because he was busy fighting 4 other wars.
So, right, and we have 42% war score. What I should probably do is raise some ships. Some ships. Oh, yeah, you're not on. You're my ally. That's not quite enough ships. Right.
I think that selected the armies.
Damn it, you get to go over there. You get to go over there. You get to go over there. And mostly that so that if they stop fleeing at that point I can go and kick them. Right, now my big problem is... So... I can't afford to be at war for very many more months. Which is why I'm gathering the ships, so that then I can ship some people off over here. Right, we have attacked the enemy. And then what I'll do is I think I'll march north, try and take those counties out. Well, the armies that are kicking around there out, or thin them down, take those counties and see where we're at. Right. Right, so as start together as we can. Off you go, over there. Mostly because in order to get to the other place I'm going to have to go through there anyway.
So what's going on nicely?
So what they're fleeing over there, so let's in fact send them all the way around there. Let's glue those ships together and send them around there.
There are more troops coming ashore in invested land.
Possibly. Don't think there can't be more than 1,800 anyway. And if I nip over here anyway, I can pick up this little lot. Well, all 3 of them, because they ended up in the wrong place, like pillocks. Right, you lot get to go around there, and I get to go, oh my god, I'm burning money with my fleet, which I didn't mean to do, but... Stoats. Yes, I'm sure our holding there is under siege. But not, and this is important, for long. On the plus side, the more of my troops that die, the cheaper this gets. Right, and off you lot go on a happy trip to West Iceland. So, let's go a little bit faster since everything isn't completely awful at the moment. sort that in a minute as well. Right. Can I ransom any of you? Ooh. I can ransom you, which is nice. So let's give that a go. Excellent. We like cash. Right. What's happening in Iceland? Nothing much yet, because we're still walking there. It's a long way to Tipperary. Reykjavik doesn't exist yet. I haven't built it. I'm still busy arguing with people over farms and creating the Arl thing. Do I have any good commanders? That is the question. Yes, I do. I think I can probably dismiss you and replace you with a slightly less hopeless person.
You might want to nip over twice and make sure that army's got some good people in the right.
Too late.
At least that means you probably didn't really know anyone was leaving it, because no one, someone is leaving it. I don't know, that's your side.
Yes. My side is unfortunately. Oh, horses. Right. Okay. Right. Probably can't let them go yet. Right, what about you? Right, you can assault that. Right. I don't know where you guys are going, but you're heading south. So let's head for the capital. Because after a careful campaign of army thinning... Okay, you're there. Fine. Right. Well, if you will go to besiege back the one place that is in plains, or one of the few places that are plains in Norway, instead of sitting in the mountains, you'll be forced to call you all useless stoats.
So, just watch your war score. Actually, okay, your war score didn't tweak for that, so given that you got a ton of money.
Yep.
By poor Icelander standards.
Yep.
That was well worth doing.
Yep. Hasn't affected my holding it as Iceland under siege. Right, fine, off you go.
I think you could just dismiss that fleet for now. Because, like, you're not going to be using it anytime soon. You're going to be repeatedly thrashing this army and getting war score every time you do it.
Hang on, I didn't actually dismiss the fleet, did I? No. Icelandic fleet. This. We are in a friendly port, you Burke. But let's just shuffle you round in case you're confused about this. Oh, they're running away. That's fine.
That's all good plans.
It's true. Fine, okay. I'm just going to actually send them there in case I actually manage to kick them hard enough that I can go and do something else with this army. Right.
Well, but you're getting a lot of war score for battles.
It's true. Right, so...
You could also do with someone on the other front.
Yeah. No, I don't have enough people for that. like I have 3 commanders. Not including myself, because I still really should not be allowed near an army. Because I still don't know which end is the pointy one.
Ooh, the Queen of Beacons trundling up the coast with an army of 6 men.
Wow. Can't really assault that. So I'll just sit down outside it in the old-fashioned way. Right. Ooh, they've got a narrow flank there.
Yeah, I didn't know they win. That was embarrassing.
That would be embarrassing. Well, I mean, in a terrible emergency, I can...
Yeah, I don't think you need to do that until it turns out that they actually have more people than you, rather than maybe you got lucky.
Yeah. I mean, it's only Arctic terrain. It's not...
Which is essentially plains, I think.
I think there is a small defensive state, but we'll check.
If you stop doing that, you get there.
Yes. Intense and exciting stuff. Right. So, where are you guys going? I'm going to Sutherland. I think we should go there too. I thought that was probably going to happen, but right. That's probably assaultable. Let's assault it.
There doesn't seem to be a defensive advantage there.
Yeah. Right, that's looking rather better. Right, back you go over there. Right. Okay. Why did you do that, you daft hamsters? Why are you lot besieging back the one place that's in the goddamn plains?
Unbelievable plot, aren't we? I think now when not be the best time to be doing that.
Yeah, let's not imprison people right now. He is, however,
Yeah,
supporting that, so I could imprison him.
I don't think you want to be making life more complicated at the moment, personally. But
That's true. So we're at 80% war state. 3% war state. Right, off we go over here. I'll go
You
it.
might see if you can rebalance the flanks on that bit.
Right, let's interfere with an argument. But it's okay, I was just. Good, good, that's nice, dear.
There's another army coming ashore.
Yeah, it can't be more than 100 states, though.
True.
It isn't even 100 states, it's 8 states. No, sorry, 6 states. Sorry, I misread them, they're so small, I can't even see them. Might as well assault them at this point, because apart from anything else, they're cheap. Right, back we go in the Eternal Stoat. Maybe let's not assault that one. I do need to make sure I keep enough of a margin to
be able to carry on winning battles.
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, they only have 300 people now, so, you know, it is going to get a bit tough.
You're actually making a profit out of this war.
At the moment, yes, I'm then going to need a hell of a profit to take the Kingdom of Norway. Oh dear, something's happened to my marshal. Well, let's appoint a new marshal. But obviously he's busy right now. Do we have anyone that we can promote as a commander who's not completely hopeless? Yeah, we do. Right, okay, that's not bad. You not. Don't want to get over there. One day I may send you to the Faroes, because I might not be able to squeeze out enough points by just besieging everywhere in West Iceland. Sorry, in Norway.
Another good day. Not very good one,
Okay, Siege of Westfold tried. Forgetting there then. Okay, I think that's going well enough. They're small enough that I'm going to stick this lot on my ship and see if we can make inroads on some more bits of Viken. Right, I'm not going to besiege that. Arena assault that. That's scary. I'm hoping that if I besiege here and go and kick that army again and besiege there and maybe do something in the Faroes, that so I have to take my troops straight ashore. Let's just sail on a bit and see if
see if Shetland looks
looks like they've got a few fewer troops. This
or even if you go ashore in England, there's a
it's true, but
patch of Beacon down there.
That's true. Shetland is even scarier. Right, well, now I'm going for plan C, which is I land them here and go and besiege that bit of Viken, and then I can shuffle my troops around.
Put everyone together, except you may not have quite enough troops.
I'm pretty sure by the time I've besieged a bunch more places, I'm going to be okay. Right. Get in there. Anyway, my plan is to besiege here, wander over, kick them, and maybe take it back if they've, won it by the time I get over there, which is always a possibility. Okay. Doof. We're so close. So close. Let's just check no one else can be turned into a cash game. Hey, just before they won, they aborted their siege, the mad state. Excuse me, AI, you're lacking an eye.
And moved into a county closer to you.
Yes. I'm not sure what you thought you were achieving there, but I'm going to go with it not actually being what you intended. Oh dear, I don't have a spy master anymore. Right, he's good, but I do not want to make him my spy master because spy masters have quite a short shelf life. Right.
I think some allies may be turning up.
Oh yes, how exciting. Well, that might be people I'm meant to be having a war with.
Well, they may not be, they may be allies in the other war.
It's possible. It's very hard to say.
Yeah, well, whoever they're fighting is not at war with you guys.
It's true. Right. Hey, I just lost a launch war score. Fine, you useless buggers. Turns out with 200 people you can besiege somewhere in Iceland. Fine. It's not like I don't have a plan. Actually, no, not you. Sit back down. You.
That southern army, how much of it is actually yours? Sorry, allies, okay, most of it.
Yeah,
So of course the bits that your allies won't get on your ships.
indeed. Hang on, I was doing something. That's what I was doing. They're sitting there and not making an effort to go anywhere else. So I think my plan is to get on a ship and then go and attack the nearest bit of Beacon, which is probably that bit there. Right. Okay, glue. Insert on a ship. I think that's a large enough majority that even though they're going to be pissed off after getting off a ship, I can safely do that. The very bare minimum of an acceptable commander. If this goes horribly wrong, we'll head them back into the ships. Okay, that's nice. Prisoner. I am doing something with that army.
Oh,
Yes. Look,
yeah. Oh yes, you're besieging.
I'm besieging.
Brains. You
It's-
get so much more war score for the battles.
Yes! Well, it's partly because all these piddling little useless settlements, and it's probably easier to get a lot more war score anywhere else. But let's just check. Oh dear, I'm ill. However, I think subjugation wars will continue with my heir. I hope.
I mean,
Maybe I should assault this holding. It's true. Come on. You can find the last few people. 99% more
maybe worth checking whether she'll take
surrender.
Okay.
No. Actually, why did I march them there? I should have brought the ship in, that would have been quicker. Hooray, I'm not ill. Excellent. Right. Off you go over there. Next. I'm not sure there's enough room to put this many people ashore in Orkney. Pharaohs. 2,000 people.
Population in tens of thousands.
I was going to say 2,000 people and 10,000 puffins. 100% more score.
This will evaporate quite a few of your armies, but I can't think of anything else you can do with them.
Well, I'm still at war with.
Oh yes, so
This
you are,
guy,
technically,
so-
yes, okay, it won't evaporate your armies.
I'm going to offer peace. Right.
It'll make a complete pig's ear of your
Of
realm
my
structure,
everything.
though.
Right. And I've got a problem with the Ostlander revolt.
Oh, you inherited a revolt from
Yes. Yes. I might have to. Right. Over vessel limit.
Your
I'm
vassal
threatening.
limit, horrifically threatening
Threatening.
because you've just doubled the size of your realm.
Vassal inheritance one. Right. Okay, call it now. Ah. Right.
I think because you've usurped Beacon, you've got the requisite two
Duchy titles,
So
right.
all you need is 100 gold
which I've got.
and 100 piety, which you've
Which I've got. And so, although it leaves me quite precarious, I should probably do this now because my
your
heir
son may not be able to do it,
this.
and it will give you the kingdom, which will help with the
inheritance
inheritance,
problem.
and also allow you to hand out your two duchies to reduce your vassal problem. Right.
Right, let's create. It also gets me 400 prestige, which gives me two.
It gives you more tribal armies.
armies. Yes. Right. Right. Kingdom of Norway. Right. Let's nominate successor. Otter. My son.
No.
That is the least of my problems,
Not
mate.
going to press a claim on Hereford.
I need to, if I can, try and sort out this war, but I don't think I can get people there in time.
So where is the problematic war?
There.
Oh, right.
I'm going to give it a go,
Okay.
but you know I might just have to accept that that lot go. Right. So good. Right. Okay. Have I acquired any technology while I wasn't looking? Can nearly invest in some more infantry. Right, I'm still at home. I am, however, still a tribal king. Right. Let's try calling in our allies. Oh look, someone's formed a defence. Ooh, I've unlocked an achievement on Steam. It's good to be the king. I've fulfilled my ambition to become king of Norway. I need a new ambition.
Like that's going to happen anytime soon.
No, that's not going to happen.
You're on 7 stewardship, so you might be able to get more stewardship before you die.
I might be able to get more stewardship before I die. Actually, should I fettle my vassals at the moment?
Probably requires some thinking. So the question is, can you manage thinking while you're in the middle of a war?
I don't know. Right. Let's sort of to this sea area. It's nice that everyone's joining the defensive pact. It's not nice that I have no money.
Yeah, but you don't actually need money for very much. Well, I suppose you need it for keeping up your armies, some of your armies.
Yeah.
Are you currently getting... is your current income negative?
My
Yes.
current income is 0.
Yeah, but your net income...
My net income is negative, yes. It's not as negative as it was earlier. Let's also just see if I do have anyone, now that the war is over, that anyone is prepared to cough up cash for. Right, so why are you stuck? Ah. He's not won any battles. Excuse me, no, that's me. About him. He is. So he's got 3,500 troops. That's nice, dear.
What form do his troops take? Now saying anyway. So they're all ordinary domain and vassal things.
Right, so I'm going to come ashore there.
Yeah, he's got... Yes. There.
He has a lot. But what I'm hoping to do, and what I'm going to do is at least shift that lot over there and dismiss them, which will get me some money, or at least stop me draining money quite so horrifically fast. So as I'm trying to besiege back somewhere of mine, well, it's now mine, notionally, so to drag the war score back up off the bottom of the ocean, while I hope that some allies come to help me out. Right.
You have got an awful lot of prestige, and you can't take it. Well, you can take it with you in that it converts into score.
Yes.
But otherwise, you could convert that into another tribal army up in Iceland.
Yes. Which I will do if I have to, but I'm quite short of cash. So I need to find some way of getting cash. Problem is, well, it's okay for me because he can besiege more places because he needs to win a battle, or for the war to have gone on for 3 years. How long has it gone on for? Okay, getting close to that.
Has he got a lot from controls all his territory or something?
Yes. So I'm going to. What I'm doing is.
You'll do best then by taking some of his territory off him.
Yeah. Well, my plan here is to. Right. Okay. Right. Oh, might as well just assault that while I'm here.
We'll go next one. It's not harmful, but...
Okay, get into some hilly place.
You're alright playing that.
I have no idea. Come on over here, it could be really useful. I bet we're not actually doing anything useful there.
Yes, they are.
Oh no, they are besieging St Albans, that's nice. Let's glue you together. Raise some ships. Search you on some ships. You at least can come ashore in my own territory. Be nice if literally any of my other, people could come and say hello.
There are 3,500 of them sitting over there.
What can I say? The way ships work in this is just ridiculous.
I think it's kind of unfortunate given your territory.
Yes. Well, I think this is like an object lesson in why not to be Iceland. Why, Iceland in the end got conquered by Norway.
Right, there's 3,000 troops coming to say hello to you.
Yes. I'm hoping, that shortly I will have 2,500 troops rather than none. Well, 2,000. Oops, let's dismiss you. Right, glue. Right. Hurrah! We're down to a mere minus 22% more score. Right.
Now, make sure you've got some good people that run this
I pretty much have. Those are my best people.
cause.
Yeah.
What you want? Put him on the flank.
He is on the flank.
Oh, right, we've got guy.
Yeah. Die.
Guy.
Right, we are in hills, so there will at least be a small penalty.
Oh, allies.
Come on.
I think they're walking away again. Bastards.
You useless buggers. Just don't really have enough people. That's my problem.
Yeah, it's slightly defensive advantage. I think if you're going to do this, you need to burn another 500 prestige.
Well, I've got it to spare. Right. Also, can I ransom anyone? Yes. Yes, I can. 10 gold is important. Right. Raise tribal army. Ship. 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 Actually, I should have raised the ships first. State.
Doesn't make much difference.
It's got me like 5p more from down the back of the sofa. Okay. Right, we are, however, at least back in a glue.
I think as soon as your army down there stops feeding, you want to be trying to
Besiege somewhere.
besiege somewhere else.
Yes. Somewhere else critically of his territory.
Yeah.
Right. Glue. Insert. Let's ship you off over there. Because I don't actually want to land you here. Do I?
If you can time it right, you should have them land just as that army arrives. Yes, and it's safe to move them there. He can't see that.
I can't see that. I've gained 1 stewardship. I improved my stewardship. Woohoo! Well, let's try improving my martial skill. Where are my ships? Coming. That's probably going to make war score go plummet again.
Yeah, a bit scared by that.
Minus
Now we
100%.
should then moving into. Yes. Maybe Robert. No, other.
Oh well, I lost the revolt war. Right. Do I try and send some people over here?
I mean, it only costs you money, and past experience suggests you end up roughly breaking even on dragging people out and ransoming them, and you'll get prestige for it.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can get people there before I run out of cash. I have 15 money.
This is true.
No, I think I have to dismiss my armies. I mean, I have enough to raid. Right, I'm going to dismiss my armies. Sorry, dear ally. Right, my marshal. Let's have a look at the revolt risk map.
So now I think it's time to fettle
Vassals.
vassal structure.
Yes. So. So what's my revolt risk there? I think that's tolerable. Let's put you onto training troops in West Iceland. Not vassals. So I have 2 dukedoms to give away. One is of Iceland and one is of Viken. Well, let's give away Viken. Let's make my heir. Well, he's a bit useless. Let's make him. Oh,
No,
I can't.
You can't. I think the thing is, you can't grant your heir much by way of titles because Gavelkind means you're meant to spread them out.
Yes, so.
So you can grant your other children counties if you have spare counties, but you largely don't.
I have.
I mean, you've got a few, but I think keeping your domain as the whole of Iceland is kind of reasonable.
Yes. But I can give him to Tyrconnell, my second son. So we can make him Chief of Tyrconnell. Can I now make him Duke of Iceland? Do I even want to do that? Can I make him Duke of Beacon? I can. Let's include lower titles. Right, and that's improved that a lot. Well, a bit.
So I think you now just need to transfer a couple of loose counties under him. There we go.
Right, that's do something to my seer. Right, you are a vaguely competent seer. I think you should probably be the building zeal, because that will allow me to go to war with places in.
Though Ireland is looking quite occupied now.
Yeah, but there's a few, like, you know, the thing here is now, you know, I can possibly, there's quite a few loose counties still, and there's a lot of stuff. Right, let's see how we're doing. Currently we are faction free. Right, maybe we don't want to go to war for a bit. It's nice to know we can create lots of titles, but it would be nice to know that we had some money. Which probably means we're going to have to go raiding soon. Which is going to get a bit trickier because, of course, like, quite a lot of the places I used to go raiding are now mine. Right, so hooray, we are in credit again. Right. Jesus. Okay. I think I'm going to have to raise a raiding army though, because I have no cash. Right. Come on. Right click. Oh dear, my wife is dead. I should get married. And now I'm over my vassal limit because I don't have the... Right, vassals, marriage. I don't really need more anything.
What is it controls your vassal when it does? Is that diplomacy?
I think it's stewardship. That's tax income.
Ruler's diplomacy plus half of spouse's diplomacy.
Right.
So you want at least a reasonably high diplomacy spouse.
Like her. Yeah.
Which looks nice. I think you can afford to lose 100 prestige.
It's true. Hooray! We're back within our vassal limit again. Right, well, my plan is, I think, to maybe start this raiding party and then stop for the night, because I do in fact have an early morning tomorrow, which I keep forgetting about because I have no sense of time anymore. Let's glue you together. Bugger, I can't actually send them raiding because I'm not at peace. Fine, let's dismiss you all and stop for the night and try and come back when we have an idea about how to deal with this. Right, okay, the year is 897 and I am King of Norway. Good night. Well, not quite good night, I'm going to save and quit. Good night, stream.